What's the crack, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Cards Everywhere here, bring you another weekly league deck profile. I've gone with a World Turtle deck today, with some power drain cards and some energy increase cards for the opponent. So I'll give you a quick rundown and we'll jump into a game. So first up, the World Turtle. On the play, if your deck has exactly 4 Arts and Culture cards, your Arts and Culture cards, wherever they are, gain 14 power until played, and then repeat for each album. Next up, I've gone with the Mythic Chupacabra. On the draw, all cards in both players' hands lose 10 power until played, and 3 random cards in your opponent's hand lose 25 power until played. If you don't have the Chupacabra, you can always use Yellow Jacket. It's fairly similar. Next up, I've gone with European Rhinoceros Beetle. It is a bug card, so we do get some advantage from the arena. On the play, all cards in both players' hand gain 40 power this turn. I am thinking we can take advantage of this, since we have some energy increase cards, so the opponent might not be able to get 3 cards on the field. Next up is General Sherman. On the play, your opponent's cards, wherever they are, with 50 or more base power, lose 30 power this round. Since it is a high energy week, I think this card will be very useful. Next up is Heimdall. On the return, if at least 6 cards in your deck are from different albums, your cards, wherever they are, gain 30 power this round. Then we've got our first energy increase card, Ragnarok. On the draw, your opponent's cards in hand cost +2 energy this turn, and your cards in hand cost +1 energy this turn. Next up, I've gone with one of the newer cards, Dragar. On the draw, if you have played not this game, your cards in hand gain 20 power until played. And then we have its counterpart, Not. On the return, if you have played Dragar this game, your opponent's cards, wherever they are, cost +1 energy for 3 turns. Very, very good card. I think this has a lot of potential in this game. Next up, some natural monuments. So first we have Bryce Canyon. On the play, your opponent's cards in hand with 70 or more base power lose 50 power this round. It might be useful. I don't know if the opponents will be playing too many cards with 70 or more base power, but I think it will play its role. Next up, I've gone with Krishna's Butterball. On the play, if played in the middle slot, the card opposite this loses 50 power this turn, and 9 of your random natural monuments and 9 of your random weird world cards, wherever they are, gain 23 power until played. Next is Door to Hell. On the draw, your cards in hand burn 50 until played, and gain 50 power this turn. And the last of the monuments is Rainy Stringer. On the draw, if your deck has 3 or more Norse mythology cards, your natural monuments cards, wherever they are, gain 25 power until played. Very, very good card for 5 energy. Next up, we've got our hard hitters with the space cards. So I've gone with the Mythic Planet X. On the play, if your deck has 9 or fewer space cards, your space cards, wherever they are, gain 14 power permanently. If your deck contains exactly 4 space cards, give them an additional 14 power until played. Then we've got Supermassive Black Hole. On the return, for every non-space card in your deck, give your space cards, wherever they are, 3 power until played. Next is Terminator. On the draw, this card gains 40 power permanently, and then on the return, if it's the last turn of a round, this card costs -2 energy permanently. And the last of the space is the Ultra Fusion Hypernova. On the draw, this card gains 100 power this turn. So we do want to play this card on the turn we draw it. The final 2 cards are the Fusion Sea Sheep. On the play, your opponent's cards in hand with 41 or more base power lose 30 power this turn. I did have the Flying Dutchman in here, but I found it quite inconsistent and it clogged up the hand a little. So I think Sea Sheep is a good compromise. And the final card is Arthur Pelura. On the play, your opponent's cards in hand with 45 or more base power lose 30 power this turn and the next turn. So that's the deck, guys. I played a few games already and it has been working quite well. So we'll jump into this one and see if we can win it. Hopefully we get a real opponent. If we do get a bot, I'll play a second game afterwards. But since we found someone this quickly, it is usually a real opponent. So this will be a good test of the deck. So we'll give a hello. So I think we are playing a shark deck. So I will play the Heimdall, the Dragger, and I think I'll play Supermassive Black Hole. And then next turn we'll be able to use Nosh to increase the cost of the opponent's cards. So maybe it's a Cephalopod deck, so maybe a Statue of Liberty deck. We'll wait and see. So we'll go with the Nosh, the Butterball, and I think we'll get the World Turtle around to boost our cards. So the opponent does seem to be struggling a little bit on the energy. So we'll hit him with Nosh, and that might help us out for the final turn. We do have Terminator, but we'll have to wait and see if we have the energy to play it. We might not. So it doesn't look so. So I think I will save it for next turn and keep rotating our cards around. So I think 409 will be plenty to win this. So the opponent has just played Tidal Wave. That will increase the cost of his cards. But unfortunately he did get his Big Fin Reef and Art Deco. So I think his energy problems will be sorted for the most part later in the game. But we still might be able to put the pressure on here in this round. Unfortunately, we drew our Beetle a bit late. So we'll see, can we get these out? Looks like we can. So we'll go with the Planet X and Rainy, with the Bryce Canyon hitting the Colossal Squid. So that will give us a good advantage here at the start of this round. And there's our Rainy Strenger, or our Ragnarok. So, as the energy is a little dodgy, I will just play this hand, so General Sherman will be set up next time it comes around. I would have rather not played Door to Hell right there, but I don't really have too much of a choice. So I think this turn we'll try and get the Terminator out of our hand. And oh, that is very, very unfortunate. But not the end of the world either. So we'll go with the Dragger. And we'll see if the opponent plays 3 cards. He probably will. Or maybe he's holding on to everything. If that's the case, this is still probably the best hand to play. I don't know why he was stalling for so long there, but hopefully we can get the win here. Ah, there we go. So round 2 is in the bag for us. And our Supermassive Black Hole will be boosting our space cards further and further. So here we go into the third round. So we go Nosh. Oh no, that is not great. I guess we might just give up this round. We'll see if we can pull out the win, but As you can see, the energy can be a bit dodgy on some turns. But we're not too far behind. We did miss out on the Heimdall. But I think I'll just play some boosting cards and try and annoy the opponent with the knot. Yeah, so I think this round is definitely a loss. But next round we'll have both Heimdall and General Sherman. So I think we'll be just fine. So we go Arthur Pelura. We get rid of the Chupacabra. And we play the Sea Sheep as well. I probably should have put the Arthur Pelura in the left slot, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. So the opponent's energy problems are sorted. So we'll just have to go for all-out power to win this game from here on. So we'll go for the Heimdall, the General Sherman, and the Planet X for a 265. So we got some good hits there with the Sherman. And the Heimdall will give us the boost for the rest of the game. Or for the rest of this round anyway. Hopefully the rest of the game. So there's our door to hell. So maybe Ragnarok will put in a bit of work here. So I think we'll play our strongest hand here with a 547. Unfortunately, Bryce Canyon doesn't hit anything, but we are well in the lead now. And we should be getting some of our space cards. There's the Terminator. So I could play the Terminator. Unfortunately, the opponent locked down our Ragnarok, so we can only play one other card here. Looks like he is only able to play 2 cards as well, so I'm going to risk the Beetle. And we were able to get the win. So there we have it, folks. The 3 rounds does it. As you can see, the energy is a little bit dodgy, but I think the power is more than enough to make up for it. So it's a decent deck to start you off this week if you're struggling to build something. So I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what you think and any improvements you might make to the deck. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you get the chance, and I will catch you later in the week. Cards everywhere, out.